All right, made a little more progress as far as disassembly is concerned. A couple lessons learned so far. I cleaned everything up in the parts washer. It's cleaning up all right. Anyway, you'll see on the top side there's a couple of Zerk fittings. They are actually press-in style Zerk fittings. Just give them a turn a little bit with some vice grips or something like that. And then I used a pair of channel locks with cut off, and I obviously didn't cut it off, but I just pried it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to get it out. I'll just get some new ones. I thought that's what was holding up something. I'll get to that in just a second, but turns out that's not the case. Wheels are held by one bolt, which was that bolt, and a long rod that's threaded on the ends. So basically when you put it back together, you'll put the threaded rod through there, and then you'll go ahead and just spin the wheels on until they line up. Just be even, obviously. You run out of thread if you mess something up, and then just tighten it up. So anyway, what I've been struggling with, first off, the front wheels are held on by a little snap ring there. Probably take some dedicated snap ring pliers. My Craftsman multi-use snap ring pliers aren't cutting the mustard, so I got to get that off. If I want to go further, these front wheels, you can't see it. Anyway, just trust me on this. The front wheels are held on by a pin that's smashed down on the opposite side. Same thing over here. That's how this center support comes out. And then if you want to separate the pieces, left piece and the right piece, obviously like I talked about, those front pins up here need to pop out. And then this bar needs to come out, because what I've been struggling with was I would under the assumption that, because everything that I saw showed that this, I forget the technical term, but anyway, this rod through here looks like it just slides on out. Unfortunately, you can see it's actually two different sizes. There's the threaded size with a small shank, and then there's the larger size which passes on through, which you can see there. In order to get that out, you need to take this bar out. In order to get this bar out, you have to grind down one side in order to, because they mushroomed out both sides. You got to grind down one side in order to get this out, to then go ahead and get that out. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. I'm still debating. The only way that, the easy way to do that, I don't have a lathe, would be to turn a new piece, which if you have a lathe, fantastic. Otherwise, I might drill a small hole in here and then put in, and then tap it and put in some kind of a bolt and washer of some sort, maybe Loctite it or something like that. Again, it's just to maintain the integrity and the squareness of the entire jack. It's nothing really more than that, so it doesn't necessarily get a lot of tension. But then again, it is a jack, and I am going to be under the car, and I don't really want to mess with a whole lot. So I may just have to live with the fact that I don't fully disassemble the thing, because as it turns out, it looks like there's a number of other pieces that connect that really aren't disassemblable either. Case in point, this portion here goes through to this side over here, and it doesn't seem to tap out, so it's probably mushroomed on this side. So the engineers were pretty good as far as making sure that this thing is serviceable, but they also didn't want home mechanics servicing it. So I do have a press. I don't have a lathe. I'm not sure I really want to get into it, because the meat and potatoes of the whole situation is the hydraulic unit. And the whole reason I started digging into it was because it was leaking a little bit. As it turns out, it was leaking from up here. So this main seal is messed up, but I've got the repair kit like I showed in the previous video. And I will get into it in just a little bit.